It's evolved over time. And I'd say when I started, it was extremely fluid, where there were, fewer than 10 people making investments for SoftBank globally. And it was a very informal set of processes. It became much more institutionalized in the Vision Fund, which is a global world-class asset management institution with offices on multiple continents, so that is a very well-oiled machine. But then you have something like the Latin America Fund, which is a much smaller team again, and is much more fluid and informal. So it depends on where in SoftBank. I can talk about the Latin America Fund because that's where I spend my days. And there, the way we try to make decisions is a balance between rigor and flexibility. So you want to make sure that you understand some of the main points of a company, especially because we make mostly growth stage investments. So there's a lot to analyze, but you can't analyze everything. So we try to pick the 2 or 3 things that really, really matter, and then quickly come to a view on those things and make a decision. And that could take anywhere from a week to a month, roughly speaking, depending on the company, depending on the competitive dynamics. If a round is hot, sometimes you have to just make a decision quickly, or decide not to participate, which is also a decision. And often that can be the most costly decision. The mistakes of omission are much more expensive in venture than mistakes of commission. So in general, the bias should be to say yes. That is the winning strategy in venture. To say no all the time means you'll miss the biggest things. To say yes all the time means you'll get the biggest things, and that'll probably pay for everything else. So it's a weird business in that way, but you still want to not make big mistakes and waste money. So we try to balance that. It's become much more difficult in the last year because the market is a lot more competitive suddenly in Latin America, because everybody's realized they're interesting companies and it's a big market opportunity. So we're always calibrating on that point. It's not easy.